recently picked up my first illness of 2026. And I say first because let's be real, we know full well more are coming. And one of the things that it's made me realise is that when training for an ultramarathon, you really have to be able to adapt to your training and not overthink things. But we'll touch on that shortly. So let's go and head to Wednesday, where you join us on our second run of the week. Oh, it feels absolutely wonderful to be back out. With this being our second run post-illness, we're still trying to keep things nice and easy. I've decided to, as I normally tend to, I tend to run without the watch face, like no data. Monday, when I ran, I deliberately kept my heart rate super low. Today, I'm allowing myself just to move the legs a little bit quicker. So I know, you know, the heart rate will be higher on this run, but I'm also like, you know, I am on the back end of the illness and I'm eager to get running, get moving, while still being smart. So I'm not full sending it, obviously, but just having a bit more fun with it, you know? And it feels good. It feels so, so good. Work has been absolutely rammed for me the last few days. Yesterday, had work as normal, then had to drive down to London because we had the privilege to go and watch Arsenal in the Champions League. So that was super fun, but obviously a long day of driving to get down to London and then a long drive back after the game as well. And then because it's transfer window at the minute, our shoots that we've had like scheduled in, clubs are obviously very reluctant to like book in players. Getting confirmation for who we're recording with has been difficult. And then when we get them through, it's like, oh, here's 3 players, you know, a week before. So it's my job obviously to get all the briefs done. So yeah, we've been glued to the screen from 8 AM this morning. I wasn't meant to be out for a run today, but I just, after the travel yesterday, I had to come out and stretch the legs. So that's what we're doing. Don't know how many miles it is. We'll find out when we get back, but yeah, just enjoying being back out again. And I'd really love to know how your running has been going over the last few weeks. What is it that you're training for? Is it marathon and ultra marathon? Have you just started picking up running? Let me know down below in the comments. Back in from the run, I'm going for a very quick option to start off with. One of these bulk protein peanut butter bars and then probably some grapes, I reckon, to go down with that. I've been trying to ensure that when I get in off my run at the minute, I'm getting some fuel in straight away and I'm stretching. Oh, I'm really bad. When I get in, I just very easily can just go and sit down, scroll Strava, do some work. And then I wonder why, like an hour or 2 later, I'm stiff as anything. I've also been trying to warm up a little bit more as well, using resistance bands, and I've got this new board thing, cork thing that you stand on, and because my toes, that's something we'll go into in a different conversation, in a different day, but I'm trying to strengthen up my ankle, my feet, my toes, and that's been helping a little bit as well. And then I'm going to get back to work to carry on with a brief for one of the Nottingham Forest players that we're recording with very, very soon. And then it's time for us to go and pick the little man up, and that'll be a wrap on the day. So a very, very busy Thursday, but that run has done me a world of good because, yeah, just been sat down for as long as I have, writing, researching, it was eating away at me. So good miles, enjoyable. Let's go on to the long runs. So what's the crack today then? Well, today we are out on our 18-mile long run, and we're currently at the highest point, about 650 feet. And I've got to keep moving because it is windy and chilly up here. So a few things to talk about. This long run I was pretty petrified with. Oh, as we get to yeah, I'm gonna have to walk this. This long run I was pretty scared of. So essentially, we got ill last weekend, kind of like a week Thursday is when I was starting to feel I'm not very well. Friday is my normal day off, which is great. So I was like, okay, I can use this to recover. And then Saturday and Sunday was meant to be obviously my double long runs where I do 18 miles Saturday, 12 miles on the Sunday. So it came to Saturday and I was like, yeah, nope, not running. Came to Sunday and was like, yeah, no, not running. And then Monday was my first day back getting some form of miles in. In terms of what I had, it was like bones aching, really cold, but then really hot sweats and shivering, just general flu, you know, big headache. Nothing on my chest or my nose, thankfully. But yeah, I was definitely in a state where I was like, I'm not gonna run. I was sleeping really bad. HRV was not good. Resting heart rate higher, all that sort of stuff. So I spoke to Matt, my running coach, explained the situation and said, I think, you know, we should go into a down week from that Friday to Friday. Because we have a down week scheduled, I think I had 2 more weeks of, you know, normal weeks and then a down week. And I said, you know, if we do the Friday to Friday as down and then resume from the weekend as normal, it means I don't have significant drop-offs, because coming up we've obviously got the little one being born as well, which is going to change things massively for me. So once the little one's born, obviously I'm going to go into a down week on that week as well. So that's at any point in February, you know, that could come whenever. So I'm kind of thinking these few weeks are where I want to just make sure we're, you know, hitting miles. He said that sounds like a good idea, and that was something that kind of had me reflecting, and I think it's a major part of ultramarathon training, marathon training in general, just running in general actually, being able to adapt and not really deep in it. You know, I know full well we are not going to get every week perfect, and that's okay. Like, I think you can get so caught up in, oh, I've got this race, I've got this goal, I've got this time, whatever it is that you want to do. Well, as the way I'll try and frame it for me nowadays is just, I just want to be consistently running majority of the year and getting fitter, and knowing that we're going to have weeks where that won't always be the case, and that's all right. And one of the other ways that we're being adaptable is that right now the missus is, as I said, very due, struggling a little bit with some pain. We've obviously got a 2-year-old running around as well. It's difficult for her to manage, obviously, growing a baby and looking after the 2-year-old. So today's run, especially she's bunged up as well, she's got the flu that I had last week. So today's run, instead of it being on trails, we did it on roads, just to allow ourselves to get it done quicker, essentially. Obviously, road, naturally quicker. I still had a decent bit of elevation in, which was good. I definitely pushed myself more than what I should have, with it being my first long run in 2 weeks. But given that was, this week, the furthest run I've done is like 5 miles. That's why I was quite scared of this, because it's like 5 miles and then going to 18. Even though I've been doing, you know, these 18 miles now for quite a while, it's still a big distance, you know, and you've got to respect the distance. So, but it was good, enjoyed it. And you now join us on Sunday for our 12-mile run. We've got a little bit more time today, so I've come out on the trails, and I'm regretting the shoe choice on that climb because it was muddy. I've gone for my road to trail shoes because it's not a full trail route, as very few are from my house. That section was very muddy, very difficult, traction was everywhere. But after yesterday's kind of bigger effort, trying my hardest today to take it chill, take it easy, and it's just 12 miles on the card. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got our homemade carb drink and a little bit of the gel from yesterday that I didn't finish, and we get this done, and then I think that'll be quite a successful week back, in all honesty. So it's going to look like 2 smaller weeks, obviously, with the way we've done it, but that then means moving on to next week I can do a full week up until the point of the little one being here, basically. So I'm excited for it. If obviously you've missed any of our training throughout the last few months, we've got a playlist which has got all of our training videos, so be sure to check that out, and let me know how your training's going down below, and we'll see you all in the next one.